sitting there like, I didn't know I had that kind of effect on men. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samara, and today we are going to have a get ready with me. I am going bowling tonight, and I felt like getting a little cute to go bowling, so I'm gonna put on a very light, simple makeup and do something to this hair of mine. And I figured if I'm gonna get ready, why not tell you guys a little bit of an insight about me, tell you a crazy story of when I had a stalker. So story time and get ready with me all mixed into one. If that's something you're interested in watching, stay tuned. All right, y'all, let's get ready together. I am going to be doing a very simple makeup. It may take me a little bit longer than it usually does because I'll be talking while I do it. Along the way, I will try my best to show you which products I'm using, which makeup lines I really like. I'll tell you one thing about my makeup. I can do a full beat when I want to, but most of the time I go for a very natural face with maybe just a little bit of extra, like maybe some contour or a very simple eye. The makeup I use, I don't use anything just because it's popular. I use it because it's good and that it lasts a long time. So if I give you any recommendations, it's because it's really good makeup. So let's get ready. So usually I start off my makeup by priming my face, but I actually have some face treatments on right now because I am breaking out. Can y'all see these pimples? Like, they are just coming for me, y'all. So I put some medicated, well, not medicated, but like some stronger stuff on it earlier today, and I don't want to put primer over there because I don't know how it's going to interact. So we're just going to do a bare face. And my face is not too oily right now because it's really moisturized. So I'm not too worried about priming, and I won't be out for a very long time, just for a few hours. So today's story time is about when I had a stalker, and I am clearly nobody. I am a regular girl. And when I was in college, this guy decided he wanted to stalk me. But before we get into the story, let's start off with our basics for our face, okay? Usually I am a person that I start off with my brows first, and I'll be using this little mirror here to kind of look. So if I'm looking away, it's just because I'm looking in the mirror. But before I start off with my brows, I usually brush my, let's take these off. Those glasses are not for not because for fashion. They are very much so because I need them. I am blind. My vision is 20 out of 200. So what you can see 200 yards away, I can't see 20 feet away. So that's how blind I am. So the fact that I took off my glasses just to do this video, just know y'all are special. So anywho, we're going to start off with our brows. What I usually do is I brush up my brows. I like very fluffy, natural brows. However you like your brows. I'm not going to tell you how to do your brows. You do them how you like them. The brow pencil I am using is from Sephora, and I don't know if it's going to focus on the name of it, but it comes with a spoolie on one end, and then it comes with the pencil. Really inexpensive. I think this was like $13, and I really like it. And I got it in the dark brown, ebony. The color is ebony, number 11. So we're going to brush our brows up. And then I only fill in the areas that look sparse. And when we fill them in, we're going to just take our pencil and just kind of go up with it in the same direction of our eyebrows. So while I do this, let me tell you how this whole thing started with the stalker. So when I was in college, I went to a party with some of my family members. It was a compa party. So for my Haitian people out there, it was a bal, you know, which means like a dance party. Like you literally go there to go dancing, like all night long. You drink, you dance, you eat, have a good old time. So I went there with some family members of mine, had a great time, and then this guy asked me to dance. And so, you know, I'm there to dance, so I'm gonna dance. So I danced with him or whatever, and for my Haitian people, y'all know how these parties are. They be all up on you, be telling you they love you and all this. Like, okay, whatever. I'm just here to have a good time and dance. So this guy, I'm dancing with him, and at the end of it, naturally, what did he ask for? My phone number. So I gave it to him because back then I didn't know any better. I was just very naive. So I gave it to him, and we go out on a date. But very quickly on the date, I realized I don't like this guy. This guy is weird. He's not my type, or and my type is not crazy. So I just was like, after that date, I kind of not ghosted. I was honest with him and told him I didn't want to date, that I was too young to date and I need to focus on my career. But in reality, I just didn't like him. And I thought it was over. So I was like, okay, cool. It's only one day. Time goes by, like months, I want to say. I really don't know. He keeps calling or whatever, but I'm not answering the phone. I'm just kind of like, back then, I don't think you can really block phones like that. I'm literally aging myself right now when I said that. But I don't think you can really block phone numbers. Or if you could, my little Nokia didn't do it. So I couldn't block it. I just kind of knew that the number was for him, so I didn't answer the phone. All right. So brows, I think that's as much as I'm going to fill them in. Later on, after I finish my makeup, I might fill them in later more. And you can clean them up some. I don't really go too hard with cleaning them up because I feel like it makes it look too like it makes it look like my brows are filling. I want you to think these are my brows. All right, so now that our brows are basically done, I'll get them done more later. We're gonna go to the face, and my favorite, and shout out to my sister Samantha because she's the one who put me on this, foundation right now is NARS. NARS has always been my favorite. Like, I love NARS foundations. So right now I'm using the soft matte foundation from them, and yes, I have two colors. Reason why is I bought this first one, Caracas medium deep 3.3. That's the first one I purchased because I thought this was going to be my color, and that probably was my color during the summertime, but it's winter now and I'm pale, so I had to go back into the store and purchase another one, and I bought Cadiz medium deep 3. So Cadiz is exactly my color. We're going to use that, and what I'm going to do is, this foundation is very full coverage. Like, you only need a little bit. So I usually put like a little bit on the back of my hand. And when I say a little bit, do you see, of the Cadiz, and we are going to put that in the center of our face. Okay, so I'm gonna put that here, my forehead, my chin, and I probably will need a little bit more. Put some on my cheeks. And then I'll use the my highlighter or my concealer for under my eyes. So put one more little dot because I'm going to use Caracas also, so I don't want to put too much foundation. I have done that before where I put too much foundation on and I look crazy. So we're going to put that on, and then we're going to take Caracas, and you should really shake these because I don't think I've used these in a couple days, but shake that. I'm gonna put a little dot of Caracas, the darker one, on my hand, and I'm gonna put that on the darker spot. So I have like a natural contour. It's called acne, or hyperpigmentation on my cheeks. So I kind of just follow that line whenever I want to contour my cheeks because my skin is just very interesting. But I love it. I'm going to love every part of it, and I just learned how to enhance it and accept it, right? The foundation brush I'm going to use, to be honest, I've had this for so long. Yeah, all the writing has walked. Oh, but it's from e.l.f. It's just a small stipple brush. I like stipple brushes for my makeup. I know some people use the sponges. I use this for under my eyes. I use this for all over my face. So I take the stipple brush and I kind of just work. Do you see how this foundation, you saw that little bit I put on my face, right? Do you see how it is blending into my skin? Do you see that already? Okay, so we're just going to stipple this because I want a natural face. I don't want full coverage. So I'm going to work this in. So just watch me blend. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Anyway, let me finish telling you about this Stalker. So a few months later, whatever, he's still messaging me, or I'm still calling me, and I'm not really answering the phone. And I'm thinking he gets the point, whatever, because he stops calling at that point. But one day I'm sitting in the car with my sister at a drive-through getting some food, and I get a call. And I don't recognize the number. So back then I didn't answer the phone when I didn't recognize the number. So I didn't recognize the number, and the person left a voicemail. Then like 2 minutes later, the same number calls again. And I'm like, I don't know who this number is. I'm not answering. I'll just send it a voicemail and I'll check the voicemail later. Then the person calls again. So this is like the third time in a row now this person has called. So I like to start off my foundation light and then I build it up. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more because I think it's not enough. So the person calls again. So this time I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is an emergency and the person who's trying to get in contact with me, their phone number is off. So let me answer the phone. So I answer the phone, and when I answer, all I hear is, I'm like, hello, hello. Nobody says anything. And I'm like, hello. Nobody says anything. Then I hear, I thought this was like a movie, like scary movie. I'm like, what the hell is happening on my phone? And I'm like, hello, hello. And they're like, So I'm like, somebody's playing on my phone. So I hang up. The person calls again. So then I answer like a dummy again. And I'm like, hello, hello, who is this? Like, what's going on? And the same thing. And then this time at the end of that weird noise, they go, bitch. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm supposed to cuss on here. But anyway, that's what they say. And I'm like, hello? Like, who is this playing? So at this point, I really do think it's like a kid playing on my phone. I'm like, whose child is on the phone playing on my phone? They keep calling and I just don't answer, right? Here's the problem. This person keeps calling. I got like at least 20 calls that night from this number. Even to the point where I put my phone on silent and I went to sleep, they were still calling. And every single time, they left a voicemail. And on the voicemail, it was the same weird noise. This goes on, no lie, for like 2 weeks. I guess this person was working during the day and didn't do it during the day. But when nighttime came, my phone was ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing, and the same voicemail over and over again. Yeah.
Just letting you know the bowling is half an hour away from here, so.
Okay, so we need to leave here by 7. Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, babe. Now we're going to contour and highlight. For contouring, and I don't do a lot of this. I really just do just enough to kind of give my face some dimension. The contour I'm going to use is from Fenty Beauty. I'm using their matchsticks, and this color is in Cocoa. So I'm going to roll that up. We're going to put that in the hollows of our cheeks again, and we don't want to go all the way down, just enough kind of at the top of here, and then we'll blend that in, and we're going to do it on the other side. So you see, it's not, it's a little too light. It's not a huge contour, but we're going to layer that. Also, I put some on my 5 head. Honestly, I don't think I have that big of a 5 forehead. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4, y'all. 4. Okay, anyway. So we're going to put that on my forehead, just in those areas. And then I'm going to take some of it and put it on my nose. And I'm just going to go straight down like that. If you can see that, I'm going to go a little, let me angle myself so you guys can see what I'm doing. We're gonna go like that, and I just bring that up into my brows some. Okay, so we're gonna contour on our chin. Remember I said darker where you want to hide and lighter where you want to shine. I'm gonna put that on our gullet and then a little bit here. And when you do that, you want to blend, because when I say you can see it, if you don't blend it, I've seen y'all girls out there. Okay, blend your foundation. I'm talking about y'all girls. I've been that girl too, so it's not just y'all. I'm out there too. For highlighter, we're going to use another one of my favorites. It is Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer. And the color is in Warm Sand. Now, here's where I'm going to be very vulnerable and honest. I'm sure this concealer is expired, okay? I I've had this concealer for some years, and I know makeup expires, but I'm still gonna use it because I love it. And I don't know if they make this anymore, so hopefully they still make this and you can find it. If not, another one of my favorites is NARS. They have a concealer as well. Juvia's Place has a good concealer. So we're gonna take that wand, and I am a woman of a certain age, 35, and we don't need to do all that under eye thing. That's a little bit too much. So my trick is I just put a little bit here. Y'all seen this all over the internet, okay? TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it's everywhere, okay? Put a little bit in the corner and then put a little bit in the outer. And that's all I'm gonna do. We're gonna actually put some of this down the bridge of our nose, just a little bit. And then right above our eyebrows in like a V shape. And I kind of like clean up the outer part of my eyebrows some by doing that, if you can see what I'm talking about. And I put some here. And then I put some on my chin. And if you want to, you can put some right below your contour to make it sharper. But I'm going to do that later with a powder. And we're going to blend that out with a, this is from Sonia Kashuk SK. It's in Target. I bought it from Target. It is a flat top concealer brush. I love it. So I blended in the chin area and a little bit of my forehead. And now we're going to blend in the highlighted portions. I'm gonna start off with the forehead. All right, so after a few weeks of this happening, the person calls again, and this time I'm like, you know, you're frustrated at this point. So I answer, and I'm like, who is this playing on my phone? Like, I'm like yelling at the phone, like cursing, like, who is this? Like, stop being a coward, you know, tell yourself or whatever. So finally, the guy's like, oh, this is such and such, and you played with me. You broke my heart. I broke your heart. Like, first of all, crazy. But I was like, I didn't break your heart. I only went on one date with you. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you need to apologize to me. And in retrospect, I probably could have, the story could have probably stopped right there. Had I been mature enough to apologize, there would be no story time. It would be over. But no, not me. Me apologize? No, of course not. Clearly I made this man mad, okay? Because he was like cursing me out, and then it really amplified then. Then he was like calling me every day and telling me that I'm gonna follow you. I know where you live. I know your mom lives. I know where your sister. I mean, just all this type of stuff. So he's saying all this stuff to me, and I'm like, you know, at this point now I'm pissed. It's not even like I'm scared anymore. I'm more pissed. I didn't get scared until one day I'm at my dorm room and he calls me and he's like, I'm outside. Come outside your front door. And I'm like, so I go through my peephole like at my dorm room, but there's nobody out there. So I'm like, what the heck is this guy talking about? So, because at that point I was like, oh, now I can call the police, right? Because now, you know, this guy's truly like a threat, like he's outside my door. But he wasn't out there. And I was like, what are you so I hung up the phone immediately. I didn't even engage in a conversation with him. I just was like, I hung up the phone. Y'all, no kidding. 2 minutes later, my mom calls me. So my heart sank. Because now I think he's really outside my door, but my house door, not my college dorm room door. I just started like bawling. I started crying. And I know she probably was like, what's going on? Because I'm like, Mommy, he's outside the door. Don't answer the door if that's him. Like, I literally was like telling her everything. Like, this guy is stalking me. Don't answer the door. If he answers the door, like knocks on the door, call the police. So she's like, my mom was like, hold on, take a break, take a breath. What are you talking about? So I tell her everything that's been happening. And she was like, there's nobody at the door. I don't know. I was just calling to, you know, to check up on you or whatever. She's like, there's nobody here. And so she was like, okay, let's nip this in the bug. So she said, she was like, give me the phone number that keeps calling you. So I give her the phone number and she's like, I'll call you back. God bless mothers, okay? It's something about mothers. They just maybe it's the wisdom because they lived long enough so they know. So my mom calls the number or whatever, and I guess she said she had a conversation with him. Okay, so she talks on the phone with him. She calls me back and she's like, he's not gonna bother you anymore. And I was like, what did you do? Like, what happened? Like, why? What do you mean he's not gonna bother me anymore? And she was like, I had a conversation with him, and he said that he really liked you and he thought that he saw a future with you. And so when you didn't answer the phone anymore and you told him you didn't want to be with him, he was very heartbroken and he was very sad. And I'm just in there like, I didn't know I had that kind of effect on men. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so before we continue, we did a little bit of highlighting. We did some contouring. Now I'm going to layer that contour with the powder. And the kit I'm using, I am using, what is this called? Black Radiance. It comes with 3 colors in it. And on the top, it tells you like how to do it. So if you want to find a contour palette that really is good for beginners, this is it. One thing about this palette though, it is very pigmented. So when I say just do a one dab, I do one dab, okay? And even when I do that one dab, I still go on my hand and dust it off because it is dark. It's very pigmented, and I've made that mistake of putting it directly on my face, and it was, see, like just that little bit. Look at the how much color it deposits. So that's good there. And then the highlighter part, what I do is take like a little fluffy brush and I take it and I put it in the highlighter, and I like highlighter. Okay, I know y'all don't like to be glossy, but I like to be glossy. And I just go above my cheeks at the top part and just add a little bit of radiance. We're gonna add some blush and put those on the cheeks. And this blush is from, I think it's Milani. Yeah, Milani Cosmetics, and they have really cute blushes. Their blush is like baked blush, so it's very, very pigmented. This is another makeup item that I've had for years, and I have clearly not hit pan. Like and I love blush. So anywho, my mom calls, and she tells me that he was very heartbroken, he was very sad or whatever. And so she said that she apologized to him on my behalf, and that she's ashamed of my behavior, and that she did not raise me to hurt people. Anywho, so she apologized to him on my behalf, and he said that he would stop the calls and that he wouldn't do anymore, and that she hopes that he finds love in the future. One, I was very grateful. Very, 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 very grateful to my mom for doing that. But secondly, I was low-key annoyed. Like, why did he have to do all that? So I'm going to use this highlighter, this Sasha Buttercup pressed powder under my eyes. And I'm a little bit running out of time. I got to get ready. My husband's already come in the room, kind of gave me a timestamp. Like, we got to be out of here by a certain time. So I am not trying to to push my luck. So I'm going to take that. I'm dusting a lot more off of that. And I'm just going to go all over my face. Just kind of one time to set my face some. And we're about done. Do you see that contour I did on my chin? Do you see that? Sculpted. All right, y'all. So face is done. Got my glasses back on. All we're gonna do now is a lip, and I want to introduce a new lip product that I'm using. I actually got it from this company called C Cosmetics. I saw about it online, and it came today, so I'm excited to use it. And yeah, it's a black-owned company. It's a black-owned female company, and I got their 3 lipsticks. And this one, I love this color. It is called Rum Cream, and I think she's Caribbean, if I remember correctly, and that's why a lot of her names are like reminiscent of the Caribbean. So that one is called Rum Cream. This one has a little bit more of a red color to it. It's darker, but it's more red hue. This is called Cran and Gin, which makes sense. Cran and Gin. And then we have this brown, dark brown color. This one is called Spiked Hot Chocolate. And now we're going to take spiked hot chocolate. This is my first time using it, so this is going to be a real ooh, yes. It's nice and dark. Oh, that's so pretty. I guess we'll see how it lasts tonight. It also looks the same color as the lip pencil. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, y'all, it smells like chocolate. It smells like chocolate. Okay. All right. So that's a little darker than what I was going for, but I love it. So what I'm gonna do is take the rum cream. I'm gonna put that in the middle. So before I do that, let me take a little bit off of this here, because I don't want it to blend. Yeah, so we can do that. We're gonna take the rum cream, which is lot lighter than this. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, I'm animated. And we're gonna put that in the middle. Y'all don't see, can y'all see that? I feel like you can't see that. It is so pretty. And we'll put that in the middle. Woo. See, cosmetics. Come through, sis. All right, makeup is done. If you have a setting spray, spray your face and set it. Don't need to do that today. I'm not gonna be out that long. Just gonna leave this like that. Let me turn off this light so you can see the real color. Do you, yes, do you see it? You can tell me. It looks good, I know. Not too much. It seems like it's a big process. It really doesn't take me that long. I was talking my mouth off, like I was telling y'all the story about the stalker. So that's why it took so long. But I am done with my makeup. I'm gonna go do my hair now, put on my outfit, and I will do my best to show you a final look from head to toe, if I'm not rushing too bad. If not, I'll do it when I come back. And you know what? Hey y'all, I got to go. I am so behind, and my husband is going to kill me because he hates, he absolutely hates when I'm late. So I have 1 minute. So I want to show you the final look. This is the final makeup with everything on. Changed my earrings. I did a ponytail with that synthetic hair I told y'all about. Here is the final outfit. Just have these shorts from Shein, bodysuit from Express, this jacket. I think I got it from Just Fab online a long time ago. And then these 9 West boots. So that is the outfit of the night for bowling. So, 360. All right, that's it. Gotta go. Hey y'all, I am back from being out. We went bowling, had some dinner, but I wanted to come back on camera just to give you an update on my lip. Remember I told you this was my first time using C Cosmetics lipstick, and I just wanted to come back and kind of give an update, tell you how it did. So we ate, we drank, I wore my mask multiple times throughout the night, and this is my lip without any touch up. Of course, there's a little bit that's worn off, but for the most part, the lipstick is still on. Honestly, the part that's worn off the most is the lip liner that I put on, but the lipstick is holding strong, so can't argue with that. And remember, thank you. I'm glad you watched tonight's video. Remember, don't forget to, y'all know the spiel, okay? I'm not saying nothing different than nobody else says. Like and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Ask me some questions. Tell me some feedback, good ones, because all y'all trolls and haters, y'all can stay over there, okay? Anywho, I'm going to bed.